Hi,
Hello,
I'm Ethan,
I'm Emily.
and welcome to our podcast, What the Flock. We're coming to you live from our little, it is us. We're coming to you live from our little yarn shop in Christchurch, New Zealand. Again, we have had a layout shakeup, so if you haven't been in recently, now is certainly the time to visit. So we're going to tell you all about what's going on in store over the next couple of weeks, what's happening with our knitting. I think we might have the decision results for Knit Fast, Dye Warm.
Sure.
I should have confirmed these things before we started recording, but hey, we're here now together, everyone. So stay tuned for all of that, and we'll be right back. Okay, so in no particular order. Emily, what are you working on?
I am working on, my mind has just gone blank. It's called the Gather Sleeve Cardigan. It is a test knit by Foundry.
I was like, is that a new Irene Lynn pattern? No, okay, great.
So it is a V-neck 4-ply cardigan, and then it has gathers on the sleeves. So I'm getting to the end of the body. We did get an extension, so I'm not tied into the date anymore, so that's good. So yeah, I've got another buttonhole's worth to finish on the body and then the sleeves.
Now, for viewers who might be joining us for the first time,
Yes.
how tight was the deadline for this?
It was quite tight, and I didn't start it at the beginning either because I was still doing my calypso.
Right.
But now we have more time, so I can relax. And this is knit in the Eternity 4-ply in burnt orange.
And you've had really good luck with Katrina's patterns, right?
Yeah, I made the simple sweater before, and that came out really good. I'm really liking the sort of how it is finished at the front. I think it's really nice.
Yeah.
And it's fitting well, so yeah, that's
Super cool.
that one. And
Ooh, what else do you have?
because the deadline got extended, I also strayed from the path. And
You flirted with the dark side of multiple projects?
I did. I knit myself a hood.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Because we also got this possum yarn in.
Yes, we did.
Which
Alpine.
I should have gone and grabbed some. But
Well-
we'll get it in a second.
Yeah.
So this is the new.
people. People just walked by. They
They do that. It's the street.
So they tell me.
This is Possum and Polworth, and this is the Harris Hood by Coco and More Knits, which pretty much all of our knit night are making.
Yeah, I mean, it is amazing.
It's loose. If you're not a hat fan, it's not
I'm a both fan. I want a hood now.
And then you can just do that when you're not wearing it and not lose your hat somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to have these for when I'm at the bus stop.
I've decided to knit myself one.
Yeah. I've also gonna knit a second one.
I'm really tempted to do it in the Alpaca Boucle and the Mohair and silk held together.
I nearly suggested that to someone, but I restricted.
I think it would be super, super knittable.
But
And so
I'm
what
gonna
is your
make
next plan?
a second one in Acadia.
Yeah, what color is that?
This is Thistle. And some YarnFloozy Mohair.
Oh, we have a friend coming in the shop. We're just going to take a quick little break. So that was indeed a quick break.
Not really a friend.
I was trying so hard to be friendly and she literally wouldn't even. So anyway, we're back. Emily is making another hair. Let me hold this. Let me hold these out to people. So she's making one. Ooh, yes.
So that's a YarnFloozy Mohair. This colour's tourmaline, but we have some Galaxy left, which is quite similar.
Beautiful.
And this is the Thistle Acadia.
Yeah, which we love. Thistle is by the Fibre Company. So if you're going onto the website, it's under shop. You can shop by brand and find the Fibre Company there.
There's some really cool colours.
Yeah, I have a problem to discuss. So let's.
And the lovely Di, who was the initiator of the hood craze, made it in the egret. The cream.
Yeah, and the cream mohair silk, which we have one ball left of, which is all you need for the hood. So if you want to be like Di and face it, everyone does, order that ball of mohair.
I think a couple of people have run out, at the ribbing, but they've just stitched the mohair.
Okay. Now
because the ribbing also folds to the inside, so they'll last.
Yes, so let's show people super cute. This is the Alpine from Wild Earth. Glacier. Here we go, we'll bring them up. Oh yeah, baby. So I'm really obsessed with the Glacier. I can't believe you got to it first. I'm also, breaking news, really into the Angelica and really into the River.
I haven't learned all the names yet.
Oh my god, well this one's pine and this one's coffee, I'm pretty sure. Oh, copper. I've called it coffee at least. I've called it coffee at least 6 times. I'm so sorry, Jackie and Graham, if you're watching this. I think the yarn's incredible, and I can't read apparently. Copper and pine, which we also like. There's just not a bad color, which is the nice part about a small range. And then Ko-Fi and Shawl.
Yes.
So good. So the range together is really attractive. You have lots of great color work opportunities with it. Yeah, there's nothing not to love about it. It's quite a tweeted effect, especially on the Angelica and the River, and you do really see it quite beautifully in all of them.
Yeah,
so,
even this one has quite a few like browny, blippy bits.
It's gorgeous.
And
Definitely.
it's woolen spun.
It is woolen spun, yes.
8 ply, so it can also, I would say, go to 10 ply.
Yeah,
quite easily.
It's plump.
Yeah.
It's plump and rich and round, so that's beautiful.
And that hood came out so well. Cozy jumper.
Yeah, now, on the hood though, you had a couple of pieces of feedback, and are you gonna make, so I have a 2-part question. Are you gonna make changes on your second one, and if so, what would you change because of your experience making this first one?
Change number 1, do not do the bind off. It was it was an Italian bind off.
Right.
Which was a journey, and I did not enjoy the journey.
I wanted to get
off. I wanted to get off the bus.
You should have just done the sewn tube with the beauty.
I should have. I should have just done the one that I normally do.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, follow the pattern.
Almost never a good idea.
I mean, it looks nice, but it's a lot of work to get this similar effect to the one I already knew how to do and didn't have to watch a YouTube video a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I would not do that bind off. I would also make this ribbing a bit wider because this ribbing's real chunky, and then this one for some reason is only like 4 rows.
Would you also want to double over that ribbing at the bottom the way it is at the face?
The only thing is, right, is that's going to be like around your neck, so I probably don't want it too chunky.
Okay.
Because this one's not actually touching you.
Right.
You probably would want it.
I mean...
I would just make it maybe 3 or 4 rows longer.
I'm going to be honest, I'm going to severely modify my version of this.
And also, I don't know how well they show up on camera, but there's decreases down the back here. And on one side, you're just doing a knit 2 together. And then on the other side, it's a weirdly written SSK that's not written like that. It's like slip knitwise, knit 2 together through the back loop.
Right.
Which looks different on each side, so I don't love that.
Okay.
What were you saying you would do instead of this type of decrease?
I would probably do like a cabled or a fashioned decrease where you pass the stitch over and then knit the 2 together, or pass the stitch over and slip. You need a cable needle to do it, but it is aesthetically more even and balanced looking, so.
Yeah, because it looks really neat this side, and then you can see the kind of bump this side.
So that is all good news across the board. Now, also, can you share with everybody who's watching who may not have been around for the Fluffle saga, can you share with them what you're wearing and what it's made out of, please?
This delectable confection is called Effervescent by Aimee Sherr.
Yes.
So it's done in Hedgehog fibre. So the body is sock sweet pea, and then the fluffle is Alpaca, Bouquet, and sweet pea.
Amazing. And we do have, at the moment, some pretty stunning Alpaca Boucle that could be born into your very own fluffle.
Yeah.
If you want to get all fluffled up, please let us know. We will very much send you photos of it and help you pick the perfect things to go with it.
I did also have some intrusive thoughts about only half of this is going to be needed for the hood. So that leaves me half of all my hair.
Ruffled socks? Ruffled mohair socks?
Just another one.
I'm going to talk to you about this ruffled mohair socks plan. I think it's a good idea.
Oh, like the little...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're going to commit to the fluffle, I think you have to commit to the fluffles.
Yeah.
So, speaking of fluffles...
I'm nervous.
The time...
Cut to a year from now and we're both sitting here and like ever expanding...
Fluffles?
I mean, I did get that amazing book that has a massive collar.
We're gonna go on some experiences, I think, as a group here, everyone. But one of the experiences that we're definitely on together at the moment is, after years bemoaning it, I have finally fallen prey to the Danish confection syndrome known as Copenhagen syndrome. It turns out my gateway drug was Isager yarns and some truly questionably written patterns.
What do you mean?
They're vague. In that Danish way that's kind of charming, where they're like, do this for 10 centimeters. And you're like, do what for 10 centimeters? And they're like, this. And you're like, I feel like something's missing in this trend. Anyway, so I am knitting using Spinni by Isager, which we are very happy to order for you. So just email us if you would also like to make what I'm making. I think this is going to tempt a lot of people. So I can't believe how vibrant the blue is still with the mohair over top of it. Mm-hmm. I will give these people at Isager all the credit in the world. When I first saw the mohair and the Spinni together, I must admit I was very disappointed that the mohair was not as saturated as the Spinni. Mm-hmm. And it took me quite a while to cast on with it, but I decided last night after finishing not one, not two, but 3 other projects, one's a segment of a project technically, that I deserved a new cast on. And I wanted to knit something from somebody else that would not take very long because I couldn't figure out what to knit with this for myself. So I went onto the Isager website first and sorted by yarns, and then I went over to Ravelry. The best way to do this, by the way, is always to go to the company website, look up what you actually want, because their filtering will be infinitely better, and then to go over to Ravelry with a list of names. So this is the Windy Pullover by one of the Isagers. In this moment, I have forgotten which one, but it is by one of the Isagers. So this is actually all knit flat, which is really, really cool, but it is also practically seamless. So what I'm doing right now is this is the back, and I've decided to extend the back by 10 total centimeters because I'm significantly taller than the model who wears it. And it has a slit portion, so what I've decided to do for proportionality's sake is I'm going to extend the slit by 5 centimeters to 15 centimeters, and then I'm going to extend the body by 5 centimeters as well before I start the shaping, just to give me this extra distance here before my ribs. I really wanted this oversized, so I cast on the largest size, which is listed as XL. I don't know how big this is going to come out. I think what I'm going to do is knit this up and let some people try it on so we can give you guys some feedback about the sizing on these patterns. It only has 4 sizes, so my hopes are not high, but I've been surprised in the past before by designers who really put thought into things, and to all intents and purposes, Isager seems to really think about what they're doing. So I've got hope.
Has it got a lot of ease in it?
It does, but that's more a feature of the construction, quite interestingly, than the total number of stitches. Yeah, so I think that it will actually fit a wider range of body types, and I think what they've done is made 4 sizes that will fit even into an extended bust size range, if you will, quite comfortably. But I think it will largely depend on how much or how little ease you as the knitter desire in your pullover. And I think that the side slits especially give a lot more people freedom to select a size with a variety of eases, because you could easily extend the side slit if you wanted it to kind of open around you at a higher portion for comfort or for whatever reason. Also because of displacement when you sit, and our bodies go outward, both in our thighs and in our upper bodies. And so I'm actually kind of excited about having a slit pullover, to be honest, because I've got a little bit more booty than I did before, frankly, and it actually pushes garments out of shape now when I sit. So it has a big giant neck, breaking news. Sewn tubular bind-offs, breaking news, already incorporated into the pattern, which I was really into, in 2 seams. So you will seam up the underarm and the side body in 1 smooth seam of both pieces. But apart from that, it's completely seamless. So I think it's a best of both worlds scenario. You get the convenience of a try-on as you go, but the structure and stability of a knit flat, which I really, really like. And also it's just nice to follow someone else's pattern, and it's knit on 4.5 millimeter needles with 1 strand of Spinni, which I'm using number 44. So that's the Spinni. We also have 1 skein of this left in Tiffany. I'll have to be getting more in, and we'll be getting the coordinating mohair to go with it so long as it's available, which is also, say it with me now, number 44, which does not look anything like it. But honestly, I don't know about the rest of you, and I guess I don't care about your opinion because it's for me. I'm sorry, everyone, but I love how it's coming out. I think it's like electric and fluffy and interesting and a little bit marled when you get close, but it's good work, Isager. And so this, again, is Windy by one of the Isagers.
And so is the pattern designed to use these 2 yarns? Or?
Yes, so that is why I selected it, is I thought it would be great to have a first dip into the waters of some patterns that I don't think we necessarily see knit up a lot, because I think they're quite yarn forward designs, everybody. I do not think these patterns suit a huge amount of substitution. For example, with this one, I would say you could substitute the Spinni for Alpaca 1 if you wanted the same fineness and an increased, not improved, but increased amount of drape. You could possibly also substitute 2 strands of one of the cotton or linen yarns that they make and make a summer version of this. I don't see why you would, but you could.
So you'd substitute within their brand rather than going elsewhere.
Yeah, what I've noticed is their yarns are spun we have a bunch of different samples, and if you compare the thicknesses of the different samples we've been sent, they're very consistent. When they say that it should knit to this gauge on these needles, that's a really good sign that those yarns, most likely in a pattern, given that it will shift the fabric characteristics, and so you should swatch to see what that will do. I think you can easily make substitutions inside of their range, because they are not necessarily expressed in the way that we're used to, but they're actually a lot more usefully expressed by their different gauge statements. And oftentimes you'll go in to see like the silk mohair, and they'll have listed all the different yarns that you can knit it with to achieve that gauge. And so I think that's also another good sign of how you can use their website to help you make smart substitutions, or contact us and we will gladly look into it for you, because that's actually something I quite enjoy doing. Yarn substitution is one of my passions inside of this industry, weirdly.
And we can also order in the Isager books.
Yes, we absolutely can. I do need to get onto that for somebody. And yeah, I'm loving it. This is actually super enjoyable, and stay tuned for my first Fable knit.
Speaking of, I found a new version of the Winterberry with added scallops and peplum.
Stay tuned for that cardigan. Because you have like largely recently started to shift into more of a cardigan thing. Oh, I actually have other finished things to show people as well. Sorry, I forgot, everyone.
I am very cardigan centric. I keep making pullovers, but cardigans are my favorite.
Well, we do need to talk about your long-term goal, my long-term goal for you, actually, I should say, of replacing all of your mass-produced cardigans with hand-knit ones.
Yeah, so we're on step 1. Only 14 more colours to go. Because I literally have one in, like, it's the same cardigan.
Yes.
At least 10 colours.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
So I finished the second sock, ta-da! And I'm going to explain in a video on the Flock online how to use these markers to make 2 identical socks and make the process of making 2 socks way less painful, it turns out. I thought it through and figured out how to do this. I'm also going to go really in-depth about the fish lip heel on this sock, because that's the way I'm going to be writing all my sock patterns from now on. I prefer it. It's really simple to work. You do have to buy her pattern, but if you do ever need help buying a Ravelry pattern, please just get in contact via email. We can do that for you and get you the pattern link in a way that still reimburses the designer correctly. So please just let us know if that's something, if you're not a Ravelry user or you struggle with it, do let us know. We're happy to help you get digital patterns as well. We know that can be more of an uphill challenge than you would think. And we can also offer them printed and shipped out to you. So get in touch. That is something we can do super easily. But, so that sock's done. This is in the Fibre Co. Amble. This is where people would say something like, I'm low-key obsessed. No, I'm significantly interested in carrying more and more of this.
High-key obsessed.
I just prefer not to use that terminology.
Full volume.
Feel, quite frankly, that there are enough ways of expressing things already. This newfound patois and dialect
with it?
is of no interest to me. So therefore, I shall continue.
What's it giving?
I'm incredibly impressed with the hand feel while knitting and the finished unblocked feel of this sock. I'm going to block both of these on my sock blockers today, which is going to be really fun. I'm going to make a little video about why I've come around on sock blockers, and now also why I hate my hand knit socks unless I dry them on the blockers. I now understand why people have tons and tons of sock blockers. I thought it was kooky, and now all I can think is, I need like 6 more pairs of the exact same so that I can just constantly have them like in the cycle of drying. It's turns out crazier than you think when you start knitting and liking your hand knit socks. So with that pattern ready to go, pretty much, I'm going to use this Emily Wild sock set from Ginny at Little Acorn Yarns to make a pattern version of this. And I'm actually gonna make a video pattern for the first time. This is not something I would usually do. So I'm gonna make a full written version, but I'm also gonna go through and break each major set of steps with all of the relevant increases and decreases in shaping and bind offs, etc. down for you. And I'm going to use this contrast heel and toe set on purpose so that I can clearly delineate inside of the pattern visually which portion we're working on at the time. So I think that's a really exciting opportunity, and also kind of the prelude to something that we're going to be doing. So starting in June, I'm making eye contact for confirmation because I kind of have forgot. Starting in June, we are going to be carrying once a month limited edition runs of sock sets from different hand dyers, not just from New Zealand, and we're going to be announcing them kind of closer to the end of the month every month. We might start putting them up for pre-order. There are only going to be 40 of each from each dyer that we're working with, and they're all going to be, if I remember correctly, full skein plus contrast. So we will be putting those up so that you can pre-order them, and you're going to want to get them fast. I don't think they're going to sit around long.
Yeah, and some of them are going to be like a bunch of one colorway, and some of them are going to be like a mixture. So
yes, which I'm really excited about. I like the fact that we're going to be doing some fun and different things. Hopefully, you know, it can be real tricky unless you subscribe to a club to get different sock yarn all the time. And I've been trying to solve this conundrum for myself as a knitter, not just for my customers, you lovely lot out there. And I've been trying to think about what I really want out of sock yarn. And honestly, I do quite like a hand-dyed sock yarn. So that's what we're steering into with that, and finding some new fun ways to bring it to you. Now, we don't have a huge amount going on over the next little bit, except for the fact that I will be at Woolfest with a whole bunch of our product and kits and all sorts of things and my patterns. So come see me at Woolfest. I believe I'm in Shed 3. That's Woolfest in Auckland, which is happening the weekend of May 23rd. I think I actually got that right. This is shocking. So is that pretty much everything this week?
I think so.
Amazing.
I'm sure
well, if you need anything from us, get in touch at getflockedknitting@gmail.com. Our website, as always, is getflocked.co.nz, and our online learning platform is theflockonline.co.nz, and we would love to see you on all of those places, especially as I am ramping back up into some good Flock online content. Seminars are back on the go. I'm going to have to talk to Emily before I go to the gym today about filming the next two, because I've decided we're just going to plow through and get all of them filmed in the next 2 weeks. On top of everything else that we're doing, it's going to be a sane series of events.
Yeah.
I'm sorry in advance.
With lots of wigs.
So many wigs, I know. So many wigs. You're gonna have to go on wig watch. Yeah, wig hunt. Wig Hunt 2024. I think the first one that I put up was really good. It's all about winding yarn, and it is Rapunzel themed. So please subscribe to the Flock Online just to make the fact that this is the first, last, and only series of times you will ever see me in drag worth it. So
really high quality, a lot of effort.
Definitely not like 90s Conan drag. Definitely not 90s Conan drag. These videos have nothing in common with 90s Conan, as a matter of fact. Okay, so they're pretty 90s Conan, because I think that's when both Emily and I learned what humor was somewhat in the 90s. So if you thought the 90s were funny, and they were, join us.
Just sidebar, I was trying to explain to my stepson about, this dance move.
Yes.
And I didn't know what it was called, and I was trying to find a video to prove that it wasn't just me.
Aqua Aquarium?
Is that what it's called?
No, Aqua Aquarium is the video that they do it in, for sure. Well, the album's Aquarium.
So
Aqua.
I found on YouTube a video of people in a ring in the 90s clapping while they each come in and kind of swim.
That was such a thing!
Like live TV, and there's just like all these ladies in their Laura Ashley dresses, and this man pretends to drown, and it was epic. And 2 people did the whatever that is dance. So I was like, see, this is totally sane, obviously.
So with that, I guess, is our pitch for just signing up for our online knitting subscription. Come join us on the Flock Online for more of this content that you love.
Should we expand into some dance videos?
You know what is wild is I'm actually going to be putting up some crochet videos, and I'm not sure, probably not, no. I don't think I've got the camera tracking skills for that.
I don't think they did.
I don't feel like I'm qualified to make crochet videos, which now makes me officially an influencer, but I'm going to be making them, so stand by. I don't know if it's going to be more of like an awkward video blog, like a video like diary of my crocheting journey, which so far has been like make some granny squares, look at crochet patterns and be like, there's no way this is clearly explained in the pattern. By the pattern and be like, I was right. So brace yourselves for that content. It'll be uplifting. Okay, with that, we're gonna leave you. And if you need us, you know where to get in touch. I said it earlier. And if you've made it this far in the podcast, we have questions. But comment below and tell us what your projects are if you've made it this far, and we will actually respond. We have to work on responding to comments. We're bad at it.
Oh, we forgot. We didn't do the knit fast anymore.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna get Emily to email me the results, and I'm gonna record another video, and I'm gonna put it where we said we were gonna do the knit fast dye warm, and I'm gonna attempt to edit the video so that pictures of the projects pop up.
Ooh, fancy.
I know, right? There might even be embedded video links in this video by the time you watch it, because
I'll send you the link to the dance video so that everyone can enjoy.
Great. Thank God, that's essential. Goodbye.